The topic of today is polygamy. I'm curious what you ladies think about that in the era of modern society in 2021. How do you ladies feel about polygamy?
You first.
Let's go in order.
We can start. Let's start with you, and then we'll go to Chemical. Then we'll go up here.
Well, so I feel like every person's different and has their own boundaries for sure. So I can't speak for everybody, but
Let's look at the camera for
22. 23, actually just turned 23. I keep forgetting. It was literally just yesterday.
It happens.
But yeah, so personally, I'm in a relationship right now, and the way that I feel is like, you know, if there's another lady who wants to come with be my boyfriend, let's just say it's already happened, and I personally like don't see another woman as a threat, because regardless at the end of the day, like if another man if your man having sex with another woman, let's say if you guys were to break up and he would have sex with another woman and he would fall in love that easily, it's like, is that really love at the end of the day, right? So I'm not threatened by another woman coming in, especially if it's with communication and we're both, you know, really open. He protects my feelings in a lot of ways that I don't even ask him to, and he goes above and beyond. So I feel like if you have somebody like that, for sure it can be possible. And everybody experiences jealousy. It's normal, you know? You're not a freak for experiencing jealousy. It's about what you do about it. Do you freak out about it and get possessive and controlling? Or do you realize at the end of the day, if somebody wants to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you no matter what you do. And you freaking out about it is only going to make you look crazy.
Wow.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that, man. Hey, that was perfect. I'll give you that. That was a very good explanation. I'm sure your boyfriend's happy right now. Mr. Boyfriend of this, what was your name again? Carol. You're a lucky man. All right, let's get on to Chemical. What do you think about polygamy in 2021? How do you feel about it? Your man having like two ladies, you know, or, you know.
I do. I'm all for it.
Speak a little louder for me.
I'm all for it. I recently, you know, I was in a 7-year relationship with me and my boyfriend who passed away recently last year.
Rest his soul.
So, you know, with us, obviously, at first we were kind of. I'm also like I'm bi, so I'm like girls. I'm attracted to both female and male, and like you know, I find qualities in both that are, you know, really nice, and you know, everyone, to me, like I always felt like.
Speak just a bit louder for me.
Sometimes I feel like
unfortunately, just real quick. Unfortunately, the it's getting kind of hot.
So for you know, when you're with someone for a long time, sometimes there's certain qualities that people have, and sometimes I don't know, like there's certain qualities that people have, and sometimes they meet your needs and sometimes they don't. So I feel like sometimes if you're not getting that emotionally or physically, you know, and you guys are both open, there is that open possibility to talk and kind of, you know, work things out.
So it's kind of like a possibility for you, but like not really like
well, I mean, when I was dating my boyfriend at the time, you know, that was a possibility for us. We did also try to have a threesome, and, you know, unfortunately, one of us did feel like we were being left out, and there was some issues with that, but we worked through it.
Which one, if you don't mind me asking? Like,
after a while, like I wasn't all in it, and so when I tried to like walk away, I didn't mind them like fooling around and stuff, but it was the fact that when we became in a relationship, you know, I wanted, you know, all of us, but she just wanted him, and so
she was trying to steal your man.
Yeah, so it kind of just made things like, you know,
complicated,
yeah, because it went from like you were my friend to now, you know, you're kissing my man behind my back.
Oh, wow.
So it was just like, you know, like I didn't know how to feel about that at first.
So you was feeling like
I was just like, I just felt left out, and I just didn't want it anymore, you know. So when I gave him the alternative, like you can date her, or you can just be with me, and like, you know, we'll work something out. he wanted to be with me and work something out. So, you know, there was always like people in our lives that we were really close to, but it never became more because of that situation. And like, you know, there were times where I was like, you know, I need a girlfriend because I'm not feeling satisfied, or, you know, like I just want to do things, you know, feel appreciated, you know, because I give my all, and if you're not giving it back, then it does kind of feel like a, you know, one-way street. And I feel like with me, I'm very open, and if I want you to love, like if someone's appreciating you, why should I be jealous about that? You know what I mean?
Right.
It shouldn't be that way. Like friends, you guys should be friends, and you know, like if it comes down to it, things don't work out, then things don't work out. Don't be like, oh, you know, like if she stole, like everyone says, oh, if you know, she would try and steal my man. No, like there wasn't anything to steal. Like if she wanted him, I would have gave it to her. You know, I'm you know, I'm just really open, and I appreciate everyone to love. But when it came to the other way around, he was very possessive, and like I wasn't allowed to have certain people around me because he thought, oh, you know, what were their intentions? And so it became, well, I don't know, like a possessive thing after a while.
I mean, but that's not too bad. That's not too bad because, you know, a guy like, you know, usually like when guys are friends with women, it's to smash them in hopes to smash them one day. Like it's never like just like, you know, the guy just being friends and like, you know, we're just like work buddies or something, having a good like afternoon meal that I'm paying for as your work husband. It's like, you know, the guy at the end of the day, he really does want to smash. So, you know, like, you know, it's kind of different when it's like a woman, you know, that you invite in to the relationship versus like, you know, a random guy.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, those two things kind of, so I think like a good thing would be like to just, you know, for like ladies that, what would you suggest for ladies that are trying to get into like, you know, that threesome? Maybe they're like, maybe they, you know, might like, you know,
okay, so now
another
I'm
woman
starting
too.
to be more open and try to date, but like I do have that other side of me that feels like, well, I don't want a guy to be, you know, like how it is. You know, I don't want him to be like, oh, where are you? You know, like text me, you know, you can't hang out with a girl because, you know, she's flirting with you or whatever it may be. Like, you know, if me and Carol are touchy or something and someone feels like they have to, like watch me around her or whatever it may be, or she influenced me to dress a certain way or whatever it may be, like it shouldn't be an issue. And
well, yeah, it's
like
up
going
to the guy
into
and
relationships, you should definitely set your boundaries, let people know like what's going on, how you feel, what your interests are, so that way they're not also like, oh, I didn't know you were bi, or I didn't know you were gay, or you like both, or whatever it may be, you know what I mean? And people take everything, you know, like, I don't know.
My boyfriend's mom
take...
had a problem with the fact that, like, my boyfriend told her we had a threesome. He didn't outwardly say that, but he just, you know, kind of...
Yeah, exactly. Like
put it in there, you know, in a subtle way.
Still.
And his mom was like, aren't you afraid she's going to cheat on you because she likes both?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, you know, people still have that statistic in the back of their mind, you know, and it's... I just feel like, you know, in a relationship, you definitely...
It's up to the guy and the girl to not be jealous.
No, yeah.
You know, it's not up to only one of them. And like I said, everybody has jealous thoughts. So if you want to get into a threesome, what you have to understand is you are going to feel jealous. It's going to happen at one point. Now, what you should do is try to, like, prevent that problem. When I feel jealous, what am I going to do? Am I going to act on my emotional impulses and just get pissed and like, cut everybody off and not communicate?
No, the better thing is do not have a threesome if you feel like you'll get jealous.
Yeah.
Do not, if you feel, if you're a naturally jealous person.
Everybody has thoughts that aren't really things they think. Have you ever thought something like, oh, what if I just crash into this car? But you're not actually going to do it. It's just like a thought that you don't randomly think.
Well, one is something that you actually know, and one is like, you know, an actual, you know, like, and is a real thought. If you know that you're a jealous person, then you shouldn't jump into like a threesome.
If you're a really jealous person, that's different.
Well, let me say this. With that same comparison, it's like, if you're driving a car knowing that you're bad at driving and knowing that you're going to get into an accident, you know, my bad, y'all. You know, we still new at this podcast stuff. So, man, like, I'm really trying, like, to, you know, keep this camera, like, right in this. Let me see. Because you know what it might be?
It's a real spider.
For real. You funny as hell. Oh, okay. So yeah, no, but that's like driving. If you know that you're a bad driver and that you might crash into somebody, then it's probably best you stay off the streets.
Yeah, and how do you become a better driver?
And don't go back.
Home,
How to become a better driver if you want to get better at it? Do you just stop trying? Or do you practice?
You gotta be.
So you're supposed to practice having threesomes?
No. So
in a way, yes. Yeah.
In a way, yes.
Yeah, in a way, yes. You can go out and you
with your mans. Yep. Keep practicing. I'm sure all the guys want to hear it. Keep practicing. Yep.
No.
If you want to change something about yourself, it's possible if you want to.
I'm on her side.
Okay, so you need to be like, you need to be open-minded. I feel like with everybody, there's always something very attractive about every single person. You know, if you really appreciate this person, then you're gonna want what's good for them. If no matter what, it's all in your head. It should be like, what can I do to make this person feel, better about whatever their situation is, whatever it is. Like, you have to consider someone else. They have to consider you. And going into this, because if you don't have that communication for each other and you don't have that that same respect, then then you are gonna have those issues getting into that. If you do respect each other and you do have those boundaries, then automatically it's gonna be like, hey, how do you feel? Is this all right? Automatically it's not gonna be like, think about myself and how I feel good. Oh, worry about her later. No, it's not that way. So.
Yeah. I just think, honestly, I cannot do a threesome with my man.
Not a threesome, polygamy.
Oh, well, yeah.
Polygamy and threesomes are like kind of different. Polygamy's, I just want to say this, polygamy's main focus.
Yeah.
The original reason of polygamy was to build. That's like the whole thing, to like build and form a community with yourself as a man and with your women. That's what original polygamy was like. So so it's different from the threesomes. It's different from the threesomes because threesomes are like, it's like one person comes in, you go home, it's done like that.
Yeah, I know the differences. I'm just saying like the whole threesome thing, but
speak up for me. You said the whole threesome thing?
I said the whole threesome thing. Like, I just personally I just be all talk, okay? Like, I admit it. Like, I be all talk because I cannot do no threesome with my man. Like, if I do a threesome, that means that I really don't care for you. Like, it means, like, I just sexually look at you. Like, just for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if I actually do a threesome with my boyfriend, that means I really don't fuck with him, for real.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a little bit different from what the two in the back are saying. So what are you trying to, like, when you say that, like, can you elaborate? Like, why is it that, you don't really care about the guy? Is it so you don't get too attached to him because it makes you feel some type of way?
Well, it's more so like, if I'm going to do a threesome, I don't want to do it with somebody I see every day. Okay? Like, I want to do it with somebody I'm just lusting over.
Like a Chris Brown or something, huh?
Hell yeah, Chris Brown.